Good morning to you. It's 6 o'clock. We're with you all the way through until 9 with Ben and Kate here from 6:30. So much in the show. First to our top story and the breaking news. Teenage skateboarding sensation Sky Brown has become Britain's youngest ever summer Olympian. In the last hour, the 13-year-old has won a bronze medal in Tokyo in the women's park competition. Alice Deering made history too, becoming Britain's first black female swimmer to compete at an Olympic Games. Lorna Shattuck has the latest. Right, so much to celebrate there, but elsewhere in the news today, all 16 and 17-year-olds in Britain are to be offered coronavirus jabs. The vaccine rollout to 1.5 million teenagers is due to begin within weeks. An announcement's expected today from the government's Joint Committee on Vaccination and Immunisation. Nitya Rajan is trying to reduce any kind of surge when especially secondary schools, of course, go back in about a month's time. An oil tanker which has been hijacked by armed men in the Gulf of Oman has been ordered to sail to Iran. It comes less than a week after Tehran was blamed for a drone attack on another vessel which killed a British crew member. Ordered by whom, Richard, to go to Iran? Boris Johnson will make his first visit to Scotland in more than 6 months today, but an invitation from the First Minister Nicola Sturgeon for face-to-face talks to discuss the recovery from the COVID pandemic has been turned down. Juliet Dunlop is in.
I think that depends on who you are.
New figures show more than 17,000 extra outside seats have been approved for pubs, bars and cafes in England as part of the government's strategy to help businesses recover from the pandemic. And of course, I suppose we've all noticed this, haven't we, Nick, over the last few weeks, that actually, I suppose, sitting outside is the way forward. Now, photographs of Holocaust survivors taken by the Duchess of Cambridge are going on display at London's Imperial War Museum. The Duchess, who's better known for taking pictures of her family, of course, was asked to be part of the exhibition alongside professional photographers. Louisa James has this report. 14 minutes past 6. Let's take a look at the all-important weather. Des Coleman is at the skate park in Hemel Hempstead. Good morning, Britain is here all the way through till 9. Ben and Kate here from 6:30. So with all over news, travel and the weather, where you are. Let's take a look at the front pages, which all carry pictures of Britain's families, especially for schools, ahead of potential autumn spikes in cases. Will we be able to avoid another wave in schools? Professor Gabriel Smuch, coming up next. Ben and Kate will join us in just a moment later in the show. Now to the weather. Yeah. No, we're taking the magnitude of what our Team GB
it's a movable
are doing.
Piece,
and it just 11 minutes past 8. We have some other breaking news. Armed men who had hijacked an oil tanker in the Gulf of Oman have now left the vessel, according to reports in the last hour. Our chief correspondent. Elsewhere, all 16 and 17-year-olds in Britain are to be offered coronavirus jabs. The vaccine rollout to 1.5 million teenagers is due to begin within weeks. An announcement's expected today from the government's Joint Committee on Vaccination and Immunisation. Johnson will make his first visit to Scotland in more than 6 months today. He's turned down, though, an invitation to meet First Minister Nicola Sturgeon face-to-face to discuss the recovery from the COVID pandemic. Juliet Dunlop is in Edinburgh. Past 8.